Hey, what up everybody, I'm Cynical, and this is Dark Souls Remastered on PS4. And here we are, it's part 14. We're in ANOR Londo. So we beat Sin's Fortress last time, the Iron Golem. We didn't have much to do with it, it was all Tarkus, but we stood there and watched as he beat the Iron Golem. Very easy way to beat that boss. Just summon Tarkus, let him do it, and you can just stand there and pick your nose. He has a big, huge greatsword, and it just stun locks the boss pretty much. It's really awesome. So the easiest boss in the game. Maybe besides Moonlight Butterfly, because Beatrice can also do the same thing. That's the two bosses in the game where the co-op partner can solo the boss. Moonlight Butterfly and Iron Golem. So just beat that one as well. Here we have some giant sentinel guards. They're pretty tough. As you can see, I just did a jumping attack. It only took around a fourth of his health. Got a couple R1s on him there. We're still only around, you know, 2/3 of the way there. And that shield bash will rumble the ground, so if you gotta get quite a bit away from it. So even if you think you dodged it, it can rumble the ground a little bit and get you staggered. So watch out for that. I find getting behind them is pretty effective. But yeah, in the last part we finished up Sin's Fortress. Not much of, you know, we killed the two giants, like the ball loading giant and the fireball throwing giant, and beat the boss. And, you know, that's pretty much what happened. Now we're in ANOR Londo, like the main hub of the end of the game. Besides the DLC, I would say. Got my dark wood grain ring on, that's why I'm flipping around like that. And decided to put some fire on my weapon for once, like I was mentioning previously that I would do. Also got the new mic on. If you're not a Gems of War subscriber, then you don't know that I got a new mic. Can't, so let me know in the comments if it's too loud or too low, or what you think. Do I need to turn it up? Do I need to turn it down? They were saying that I needed to turn it up just a tad, so I did that for this video. So hopefully you guys get the better audio just from it being the second video with the mic, so hopefully I fixed it. But we'll see. Might have to mess with it more than once. So those guys are pretty tough to deal with. Just as far as they have a lot of health. And their attacks are kind of strange too, and they hit really far. So I decided I'm using pyromancy because I know there's a bonfire coming up. So it doesn't matter if I use all of it, because I'm going to get it all back at the bonfire. Got him right in the middle of his attack there. That was nice. It was just a tad faster with that combustion. That's why combustion's awesome. It's a quick pyromancy, and great combustion actually shoots out further than regular combustion. Regular combustion, you literally have to like kiss them. But great combustion, you can spit on them. You don't have to kiss them. You can do some social distancing and with great combustion, but not with combustion. Alrighty, here's the bonfire. Not one that, I mean, I was thinking this isn't one we're going to be using a ton, but I think it's one of the portable bonfires, so we might use it. And to go to Duke's Archives, and I think the DLC we might need it as well. Maybe not though, because I know there's a bonfire in Duke's Archives. But there used to be a bonfire in front of the building where Ornstein and Samo is, but when we get there, I noticed it's not there anymore, and that's kind of strange. For them to take out a bonfire in this game, that's kind of crazy. I don't care. I mean, it was kind of weird for it to be there anyway, I think. I might be thinking of something else. I think I'm thinking of, yeah, never mind. I think I'm thinking of, Dark Souls 3. So, forget what I just said. Been playing too much, other games. Need to play this one a few times in a row. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Haven't decided. Really, at the moment, I'm thinking about making these episodes shorter. And that's really the only thing I've been, as far as Dark Souls goes. Just to make it more palatable for people, instead of making it an hour long. Some people probably can't watch a whole hour. Even though that's not really a good reason, because I've watched hour-long stuff before. All you do is you watch like 30 minutes of it, and then you come back later and you watch the other 30 minutes. What's the difference? I guess just so you know exactly where you are. It's a little easier.
You are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of ANOR LONDO, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you.
If I head straight yonder, I'm gonna fall off a cliff.
What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling.
I love that armor that she's wearing.
The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet.
That
If
bronze.
you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for. If you require rest, that is...
Alright, saying the same thing. But yeah, I would go out of my way to get that armor. In some of my previous playthroughs, I would probably get the elite knight armor first, and then I would go after that bronze armor. Both look pretty cool. The bronze, I think, looks even better. It's hard to get, though. I can't remember how you get it. You might have to kill her. Or buy it off the Crestfallen Merchant, or, Domhnall. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. Not a big deal, though. Been thinking about reading more on the wiki before I do these episodes. I mean, I have a lot of knowledge just off top, but, might be a little, it might be even better if I read the wiki, like, lore and all that before I do the audio, at least. Going to head this way just for a moment. I want to kill these three guys, and grab the 2 chests right here. Not going to be heading to the Duke's Archives. We can't, I don't think, until we take down the orange barrier, which you need to do by killing Ornstein and Smo. So that's one of our goals in here. We could do one of 3 things, actually. We could go for Ornstein and Smo, or Gwendolyn, or the Painted World. And maybe even the DLC. I'm not 100% sure. I've never done the DLC, so I don't know when you should go there. That's another reason I should be looking at the wiki, kind of. I wouldn't be using it as a walkthrough or a guide or anything. I would mostly use it for lore and, you know, how do I get that last pyromancy spell, or how do I trigger this NPC, or when should I go to the DLC, at what point in the game. Like, I would look up that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be looking up, like, how do I beat Ornstein and Smo? Because I already know how. And I've beat him on level 1 before. Man, I beat him in a no-death run, and my cheeks were so clenched on that. That was very cheek-clenching. Because that boss is so hard. Like, you almost never beat it on your first try. And you're right in the middle of a no-death run, like, hours in. You're like, oh my god. If they kill me here, I have to start all over. Pretty much a hardcore run, you know what I mean? Like, if you ever played a game and done a hardcore, where if you die, you have to start all over. That's what a no-death run is. Same thing. Pretty much a hardcore run. So look at this right here, this chest. I know it's a mimic, because I just know. You can see it breathing if you look, if you take time to observe and have patience. Which most of the time you wouldn't. I mean, if you see a chest, you're going to run up and open it. But that one you do not want to do that on. Because it'll eat you alive and probably kill you in one grapple. This one's fine. You can tell by the chain. The chain is curled. So you're good to go on that. The chain is straight, you are not good to go. The chain is straight, you will get 8. So I missed somehow, and then I got him. So that wasted a bunch of stamina, but still got it back. Before he could do anything. You don't really want to be fighting those guys. You want to try to kill them before they even get an attack, because once they get up and they start moving around, they're going to be doing flying, flipping jump kicks and kung fu, and they're kind of hard to deal with. And they hit really hard, and they can do a grab move that can one-shot you. So you really, really don't want to be messing with them. You want to do your most powerful attack with resin or some sort of buff on it, and try to kill them before they even move. And definitely don't try to open that chest, because it'll give them an auto grab that almost always kills you. I mean, if I got auto grabbed, I'd probably survive with like two bubbles of health maybe. But that's why you upgrade your endurance and your stamina and all that in the beginning of the game, which I might do a little bit more of. But right now I'm more concentrated on damage, because that helps as well. If you can do more damage, you can end the fight sooner. And we have enough Estus and a +2 Estus flask and everything. Like, I think we're good on health at the moment, so I'm going with the damage, the dexterity, the attunement, more pyromancy. So that's what we did at the bonfire. We leveled up, put a couple points in attunement to get another pyromancy slot, and then I forgot to put anything in it, like an idiot. But at least we have the option. Here I try to shoot it with the bow and arrow and get it poisoned, but it didn't work out. And I don't even know if they can be poisoned. Probably not, because it's a boss type creature. Which doesn't mean anything. You can still poison boss type creatures, but they have more chance of being immune to poison than other. And maybe I just needed to shoot him more times in more succession, because I kept only hitting him like twice in a row, and his meter could like be a really quick one. So you see I hit him twice, no poison. I kept worrying he was gonna hit me through that wall. This big long axe. It never really worked out, but it was worth a shot. If you can get that poison on them, you could go make a sandwich while they die. So screw that, let's just go one-on-one with the gargoyle. That was a lot faster. Gargoyle's shield. Let's check that out, because that's what we do. That's how you get lore. You look at the items and read the item descriptions. Bronze shield of the gargoyle guarding the bell of awakening in the undead church. The gargoyle's skin is tough by itself, and perhaps its shield may have been a prop, for it is a rare example of a metal shield that does not reduce physical damage 100%. was looking at my Covenant level there, the Chaos Servant +1, and I was just thinking, I can't remember if you have to join Covenants to get the achievements, like the trophies, or if you just have to discover them. So I guess we're going to see that pretty soon, because there's a Covenant here with Gwendolyn. And I don't, yeah. Don't forget to drop down right here. I remember playing, when I first played this game, like the very first time. I'm all, phlegmy and burpy in the morning, sorry. That I didn't know where to go right here. Like, I couldn't figure it out. I went up to Duke's Archives, it was blocked. I ran around a little bit, couldn't find anything. I fought the gargoyle, you know. Then I got to the edge there and couldn't, you know, the elevator wasn't up, so I didn't know what to do. Eventually I figured it out. You drop down here. Well, I figured this part out and I found that chest and I was like, okay, we're making progress. I found something. But there's a tiny walkway over here that you gotta find. And I don't really... You really have to take a chance to make progress here. So it looks like it's not even a way you can go, but here you go. That's where you gotta go, right here. Kinda inconspicuous, but this is the way to go. This is the way to progress forward, right here. Not a huge walkway, not a stairway, nothing. It's a tiny beam, and you gotta jump. Do a jumping flip. That's what's good about this ring. You can do a flip instead of a jump to progress there. It is a jump, pretty much, the flipping mechanic. So that really helps, because it's kind of hard to jump there. You could die trying to jump there. It's not as easy as I made it look. It's slightly harder than that. If you have to do a jump, you have to hold in the run button and then double tap it, and you're on like a narrow walkway as you're trying to do it. So if you get the dark wood grain ring, that'd be a good place to equip it and just face the direction you're trying to go and just press it and forward at the same time. And you'll make it, because it's a nice big roll that'll get you to the balcony. I didn't even know that would work. I was just trying it, and it worked really good. It flipped me way onto the balcony, so it's perfect. I'm using that R2 a lot more. I like that. As long as you're in a wide open space. If you're in like a hallway, it's not a good one, because it clanks off the wall. But in these wide open spaces, that's doing a lot of damage. And I can hit like 2 or 3 times before I run out of stamina. Yeah, but the 3 ways we can go for sure is Gwendolyn, which he's got a covenant, and you have to use some sort of ring or helmet or something to go into his area. So I don't know if we'll be doing that. And then the Painted World is probably where we will go. It's a whole nother area, so before you complete this one, you can go into that one. So you kind of like just head through ANOR Londo to get to another level. You don't really finish ANOR Londo first, but you have to get the peculiar doll to do that. So you don't want to come here. You want to go back to the asylum before you come here, because you don't want to have to come here and then go back to the asylum, because it's now we're like so far away from Firelink Shrine. We went through the parish, through Sin's Fortress, halfway through ANOR Londo, and then you discover, oh, I can't get in the painting because I don't have the peculiar doll. So you have to go back through ANOR Londo, catch a ride with the gargoyle, back through Sin's Fortress, back through Undead Parish, all the way back to Firelink Shrine, back through the asylum. You'd have to do all of that just to come. Then you'd have to come back, do it all twice, just to get to that area. So if you don't have it at this point, like you forgot to go to the asylum, I would just leave it for later. Don't even do Painted World. Do Orange Sinasmo first, and then port back. Don't go all the way back to get that doll until you can teleport. I knew I needed it here, so it's gonna work out good for me. I can just go in and do the level. And it's a total side path. There's Nothing there that you need. But there's good stuff there. There's like pyromancy there. Other good things. And it's just a cool area. It's one of my favorite areas, so I'm definitely going there. Poisoned these guys, the painted guardians. Poisoned that one, so I didn't have to deal with them on this narrow walkway. This is another point in the game where you can die if you're impatient and you just want to try to run across these rafters. If you fall, you're dead. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Doesn't matter how much health you have. There's like a kill plane halfway through that. If you fall, you automatically die. Doesn't matter what your health is. Your health bar can be all the way across the screen. It wouldn't matter. There's a kill plane there. Even though you can drop down about halfway onto that statue, where the statues are. So, but once, I think the kill plane's just under that, because you can't fall off of there, I don't think, either, without dying. This was almost a death. Or is it a death? Only I know. He was knocking me around quite a good bit. And then I did a huge attack. I thought I was going to go off with him, but didn't happen. Got her done. And I don't know if you saw there's a chest over, not that chest. Not that one, but that is a chest. There's a chest. Can't open that one, though. Oh, right there. There's one over there, so don't forget about that. And I'll show you how to get to it. It's kind of difficult. Not difficult, but it's kind of like you have to think a little bit. So you remember, like, both sides are exactly the same. It's like a mirror image. If you can do one thing on this side, you can do it on that side. So I'm looking around because I'm trying to remember how to get over there. And here's some stairs going down. Trick that guy. Do a little plunging attack. Take him out. Head on down even further. Looks like nothing's down here, but if you look around a little bit, you can see that right there's where the statues are, and it looks like if you were on that platform, you could probably get in here. So you got to keep that in mind. So you can try to see what's down there, because you can probably get where we just were down there. So if I need to, I could probably jump into that area, which, as you can see, it's the same on this side. So I could jump into this area, run up these stairs, kill this guy if he doesn't kill me first. And those guys are pretty cool. I'd love to do a cosplay of them as well, even though it'd be a really hard one because their swords are so short. I'll let him heal up. His Estus must be +0. Barely gained any health. It would be a hard playthrough because their swords and the way that they move and how short they are. You would have to pretty much maybe wear a slumbering Dragon Crest ring and backstab everybody. But you would look cool, and the swords are pretty cool. I wish they were longer. If they were longer, they would be the coolest sword in the game. Maybe like the Sellsword Twin Blades, you know? If they were a little bit longer. Because they got that cool design on them, too. They're like white swords with black stripes, kind of. And they're curved, like a weird curved shape. Really awesome. But they're more like a dagger than a sword, even though they're called a sword. A curved sword, but they're so short. If they were longer, they'd be awesome. Okay, so can't move that can switch there, can't move that. So let's walk onto this elevator and push the lever. Let's see what happens. It's moving. That's good. So now, where we fought that first gargoyle, we have a bridge. We just created it with this platform. So we can go back to the beginning of the level, and we can go forward in the level now. I thought I killed him here. Watch this. What just died? What is that? What is that? His tail? Oh, it was his tail. Okay. I was wondering, what was that? It looked like something died there. It had the white mist and everything. I think it was his tail. Let's see. Yep, his tail's gone. I wonder why I didn't get the weapon. Oh, because I already got it. Gargoyle's halberd and gargoyle helm. Let's see if we can read some more about the gargoyles. Don't think there's much more on these, but basically they're wearing fake armor because they're already armored. Helm of the Gargoyle, an enchanted creature that guarded the Bell of Awakening and the belfry of the Undead Church. This bronze helm was for mere appearance's sake, as gargoyle skin is naturally hard. Little in the way of defense can be expected from it. It's basically saying, if you wear it, you're not going to get much armor, because when they wore it, they weren't using it for armor, it was just for looks. So, if you wear it, it's just going to be for looks, because gargoyles are already armored without the helmet. Gargoyle's halberd. Halberd of the gargoyle guarding the Bell of Awakening in the Undead Church. Perfectly standard bronze halberd without any special power. So not much there, just saying it's without special power. So all their armor and their weapons, nothing special about it. Just for decoration. And they guarded the belfry, or they guarded the Bell of Awakening. If you continue up there, that is heading towards the Orange Cianismo boss fight. There's quite a bit more to do there, but I was thinking, like, where is this bonfire? Isn't there supposed to be a bonfire here? What the heck, bruh? But that's Dark Souls 3, I don't know. At the time, I was like, man, did they change this for the remastered? I'm just getting confused between the two games, because that's what they get for putting in, like, exact fan service to. That's what I don't like about Dark Souls 3. It's a lot of fan service. Like, see what it did there? It like made me confused because they made it look so much like this game that I was confused that there wasn't a bonfire there. That's not a good thing. I mean, it's cool. Like, say you play Demon Souls, you play Dark Souls, you play Dark Souls 2. You play Bloodborne, and then you play Dark Souls 3. And it's been so long since you played Dark Souls 1. And you see all this stuff from Dark Souls 1. You see Andre, you see the bonfire here, and you see ANOR Londo. You know, you see all this fan servicey stuff. Siegward, whatever you want to call them. And patches, all this stuff. And you get excited because it's like, hey, I remember that. But that's all it is. It's like, hey, I remember that. That's all it is. After that, it's just like, man, they just copied stuff. They could have been more original. They could have made a good game on their own without putting a whole copy of a level in this game. Have the blacksmith be exactly the same. Have the same character running around in the game. Have the same... Like, Patches is the only thing that should be there. Because he's in every game. Andre should not be there. ANOR Londo should not be there. Siegmeyer should not be there. But they explained it off with the story of, you know, how it... I don't even know. Time is distorted. They're always their answer. Time is distorted. So that's the answer to anything you say about these games. And I have, like, my favorite game ever, so definitely not being critical. I just am critical of Dark Souls 3. It's my least favorite. 100%. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. I should have read that, but I didn't. I was busy thinking, man, should I go there or not? Should I try to get to Gwendolyn before I go to... But I don't even know if you can, to be honest. And I'm going to go to the Painted World. That's what I decided. I got the key to go there. Nothing of, like, super consequence can happen if I go there right now. It's a good thing to do. Get it done now, while we're here. You can't port there anyway, so it doesn't matter if we kill Ornstein or Smo. At least I don't think so. You might be able to in this game, but you weren't able to before. Bunch of painting guardians down here, so don't get jumped by 4 of them. Be careful. You don't want to run right in the middle of all that and grab that item and get jumped by 6 of them. I'm a great archer. There we go, right in the heart. Hoping this mic sounds good. Let me know. Do I need to turn it up still? Did I turn it up too much? Let me know. Constructive criticism. Let's get this thing dialed in perfectly. Then I'll leave it, and it won't ever have to be changed again. I'll leave it where it is. But yeah, pick off these guys one at a time. Don't be a hero. Don't go in swinging wild trying to kill 3 of them at once, because they'll backstab you, they'll throw knives at you, they'll stun lock you, they'll hop around, you'll miss them, they'll hit you. You don't want that. Don't fight more than 2 of them at once. And they have a chance at dropping that Painting Guardian Sword. I was hoping they would drop it, but so far just throwing knives, which are fine. I'll take some throwing knives. I might use them eventually. I should probably start using them because I've been using mostly bow and arrow, but you want to use everything at your disposal. If you're going to just pull an enemy, you should probably use a throwing knife if you're close enough. That way you don't waste bows, or that way you don't, yeah, that way you don't waste bows. That way you don't waste arrows. Get them. These guys, see? They got dodge. They can dodge your stuff. I showed him my dodge there. He showed me his. And then I was inside of him. That didn't sound good. With my weapon. Did not sound good there. Regret that statement. Flippy flipper. But so are we. Throwing knives, being annoying. Their weird looking robe. It looks pretty cool actually. Looks pretty cool actually. There's something about it I don't like, but it's pretty cool. Something about it I don't like, but it's 90% cool. There's like a 10% of it that needs to be something different, you know? It's either like the helm or the back of the helm or something like the bottom of it. I can't quite place it, but I don't like it 100%. But it is pretty cool. Like maybe that ponytail or the bottom being cut like they're trying to show off their leg or something. That's kind of, I don't know. I'm not gonna go any further. Don't want to offend anybody, but I think those are dudes. And they like got their little dress cut up so you can see their leg. Ugh. But they got cool gold pants on. I don't know. Helm of Black Iron Tarkus, a knight known for his great strength, built of a special black iron and providing strong defense, notably against fire, but so terribly heavy to be unwieldy to all but Tarkus himself. So I think the so that just says armor. A knight known for his great strength. The rest is the same. I think this is trying to say that he beat the Iron Golem, because this is the NPC that we summoned, was Tarkus. They're trying to say that he beat the Iron Golem, made it here, and then he got up on the rafters, and he was too heavy with his armor, and he fell off the rafters and died. I think that's what they're trying to say here. Because if you look straight up, that's like right where you start to, you get on the rafters. Great shield of the mighty Knight Tarkus, built of special black iron and even heavier than Knight Berenice's tower shield. Especially resistant to fire attacks and effective for striking. Yeah, you can put on that armor and that shield, and if you're about to fight a fire boss, you can be almost immune to it. It's that powerful. You could probably beat the boss with your shield bash, as you take barely any damage. Click on the painting if you have the peculiar doll from the Return to the Asylum, if you beat the stray demon, and it will... You'll pet it like it's beautiful, and you'll get sucked in. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Let me know about the mic. This is where we're going to stop. I just want to stop a little bit sooner. Like, share, subscribe. Comment below about the mic, please. And I'll see y'all next time for the Painted World of Ariamas. Peace.